Hello, welcome back to my second video. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Puhalenti, but you can just call me Puhal. It's fine. Okay, so today we're gonna learn about the intro to Python, the print function, variables, and comments. So let's dive in. Okay, what is the print function? The print function is the most basic function in Python. You'll learn it in basically every single coding language, except the syntax is different. So what does it do? It will print the result into the terminal. So let's see a simple demonstration. Open up Visual Studio Code. So if you wanted to create a file, you have to go here, File, New File, and then this bar should pop up. Click Control S or just click File and Save As. Enter whatever name you want, like hello, but remember to save it as .py and click save when you're done. Once you do that, then this icon should pop up, which means it's rendered as a Python file. Okay, so now let's see a simple demonstration of print. I'm gonna do print hello. Good, it prints hello. So as you can see, the basic syntax is this. You type print, then add parentheses. And then if you want some text in it, add quotes and just type whatever you want. ASDF. Good, it printed both, since we had two print statements. We can also print numbers. But this time we should remove the quotes because it's not really that necessary. The reason why we need quotes will be explained in the next lecture. No, not really lecture, but next slide. So let's just print the number um 1, 2, 3. Good, I printed 1, 2, 3. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So as you can see, you can print basically anything you want here. So that's basically the simple demonstration of the print function. Isn't really that new. So now, what are variables and how are they important? Some of you might be thinking, oh my god, middle school algebra is haunting me again. Well, it's similar to that, but not technically that hard. It has nothing to do with arithmetic sequences and more. Well, maybe. Okay. So, what are variables? Variables are used to store information. This is what your teacher may have said, but it's used to store numbers, letters, stuff like that. And how are they important? They're important because they are helpful in computer programs. It can be anything from saving your friend's username on your PlayStation or Xbox, or maybe even saving your Chrome extensions in the same exact order. Okay, because if you don't have variables, it's gonna be kind of hard to understand. Like, imagine your computer remembering every single thing, like repeating it out loud every single time, trying to remember, instead of just saving it in their memory for later use. Or it's kind of like this the variables, which means you can, let's just say it like this. Without variables, you would have to remember everything in your mind. But with variables, you can write all the stuff you need to know on a post-it, like a grocery shopping list. Okay. So now, what can we put in variables? This is what I was demonstrating earlier here. Okay. First thing we can put is integers. Well, most of you already know what integers are. So wait, before we do this, we're gonna learn how to write variables. It's quite simple. You just type whatever you want, like x is equal to 5. Nothing happens because we didn't print anything. No. Print, oops, x. Good. We can change it. Let's say x is equal to 10. Now print x. Good. Now let's say y is equal to 5. We can also print y. Good. But now let's say we just put the print y before it was declared. It says name error. Name y is not defined. Because we asked for the computer to print y before we explained what y was. So that was a simple demonstration of how to write variables, how to declare them, and how to set them as integers. Now floats. What could they be? You can also add negative integers. So like x is equal to 1.4. It's decimal. Print x. Good. We can also add another one. Another maybe 1.7. Now let's print. Good. We can add as much variables as we want. We can even add them. X plus y. Whoops. Good. Oh wait, what? What just happened? Maybe it rounded. I don't know. X plus y. Try differently. 1.4. Good. There must have been some error. I think it's trying to estimate it, but it's okay. So, as you can see, floats are basically decimals. It's quite simple. Another example is negatives. Negatives are also allowed in Python. Good. So, as you can see, it works. Woohoo! Okay, now, complex. It sounds complex, but it isn't complex. Get it? Never mind. So, it's well, most people don't know how to understand it, but it's the syntax is a bit different, but okay to understand. So, x is equal to 5j plus 0. Yes, I do not understand anything. I tried to print it. Good. Maybe 5j plus 2. I mean 3. Good. As you can see, it allows. This is called a complex. It's with the coefficient with the j and then a 3 after the plus sign. If you highlight it, it should say complex. This can also be negative and this can also be negative. Now, booleans. Boo. I promise you, they won't scare you. Okay. Booleans are true and false values. So let's say x is equal to true. Print x. Nothing really special. We can also do y is equal to false. Good. So now let's just do a little experiment. It says true, but we put true is equal to 1. Doesn't make sense, right? So here's the thing. In Python, the true is equal to 1. This statement, the 2 equals to, just checks if it's valid or not. And if this is It just the double equal to checks if the left statement and the right statement is the same. We can also replace it with x. So remember, the x gets replaced with the true value. Good, it replies true. Now, does the same go with false? Good. The first statement is true, which we already know, so I can X this thing out and let's run it again. So it says false. So these are not true. This statement is wrong. Let's change it to 0. Now it's true. So in Python, false is equal to 0. So 1 and 0. That's what computers understand, the 2 digits. It just translates to true and false. So for a little review, true is 1, false is 0. Okay, next is strings. Strings are the things we did earlier. String, thing. They rhyme. Okay, print, wait, x, no, I'm just gonna say name is equal to, oh, let's print it. Man, what's wrong with my typing skills today? Ah, okay. Prince Puho, good job. You can replace it with anything you want, like, what's up, guys? Good. You can also declare multiple names. For example, uh, coding language 1 is equal to Python. Coding language. Did I spell something wrong here? Um. Oh. Sorry. Coding language 2 is equal to Java. Oh my god. So let's print these two. Oops. Coding language 1, print coding language 2. Good, it prints both. So we can have anything in the quotes, even numbers. But it's safer to remove the quotes when you're using um these values. So, as you can see here, let's say you had to write 100 coding languages here. You can't declare a variable for every single one. Plus, you had to memorize all of that. If that were me, I would not do a thing at all. There's a simpler way. List. This will be explained a little bit in this video. So for these four will be explained a little bit, but if you want to know more, you can check out another video that I will make about data types, explaining these four in depth. So list. List can hold any values. A list can hold all of these values in just one small area. Okay, so let's say what should I name it? Fruits. It's equal to apple, banana, carrot, a fruit. No, it's a vegetable. Okay. What's wrong with my skills today? My god. Apple, banana, orange. So, this is a list. As you can see, it can hold any info you want. You can replace this with a number like 1.24. You can replace this with a boolean like true. You can also add some more stuff. 5j plus 9. Or maybe even 4. Let's print it. Nothing. Oh my god, what is wrong? Print fruits. That's better. Okay, good. As you can see, it can hold any value. So now, set. Set is basically the same thing as a list, but you had to replace it with curly brackets or just braces, and then you print it. But beware with sets. Sets tend to um order it up. So let's say you have apple, banana, carrot. It's in ABC order, but you write it as carrot, apple, banana. Now it's not in ABC order. Sets will return it into ABC order form. If you don't understand it, here's an easier example. So let's say you have the first 10 numbers 10, 7, 8, 1, 3, 4, and it goes on. And let's say you order it up like that. Sets will return it into normal order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth. So it's quite an advantage anyway. Tuple, or sometimes called tuple. This is now parentheses. Basically same thing, except you can edit this later. When I mean edit, I don't mean like going in here and changing the values. It's going here, typing some code to change it up. That will be explained later. Dictionary. Dictionary is a bit different from both. I'm gonna name it wait. This time you also have to use curly braces, but its syntax is a bit different. So A colon apple, comma B colon banana banana. C colon what's a fruit that starts with C? Cranberry? I don't know. Cran Berry. Okay. So as you can see, this is called a key. The string that's before the colon, and this is called oops. This is called the value. This is called a pair. These pairs are separated by a comma to extinguish between them. You can replace these values, the apple, banana, cranberry, whatever you want. Any values. You can even put a dictionary inside of a dictionary, but it's a bit complicated. So, base systems. So, here's a quick little introduction for those of you who might know. We are using the base 10 system. Yes, that is the digits from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The base 2 system is a bit different. It uses ones and zeros. So it's like this. X is equal to 0b 2 1. Oops. So this means this is binary, base 2. The B stands for binary. This is kind of complicated to understand, but it's simple. The first place stands for 2 to the it's gonna be a bit hard. You should search it up on the internet because it's very long. So this is equal to 13. You can also change it to let's say hexadecimal, or wait, I forgot the syntax, but you can change no 0x. Yes, I got it. So let's run it. Good. Hexadecimal is base 16, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then A, B, C, D, E, F. Because you don't want 11. It looks like two ones. So that's why that there are letters. You can also use scientific notation. No, you can't use powers, but it's kind of similar to like that. It's kind of the representation in calculators. Oh my god. No, let's say science is equal to 2 point no 23E4. I forgot to print it. So let's see what it does. Sorry, I thought my camera was off. Good, it works. So as you can see, this is times 23 times 10 to the power of 4, which is why there are 4 zeros. We can move on. Variable declaration. This is important. So first, variables can be changed. So let's say do x is equal to 5 whoops 50. But let's say your computer does not let you edit this anymore. So that means you have to type the code to edit. It's quite simple. You do x is equal to 10. Let's print. Good, it prints 10. But what happened to the 50? So, as you can see, the computer does this. Let's do a step-by-step demonstration. X is equal to 50. Okay, let's set x to 50. New line. Ooh, interesting. X is now 10. Okay, let's erase 50 and now replace the 50 with 10. New line. Okay, the human is asking us to print x. Let's print x. And there it is. So if we just do print x here, prints 5010. So before we declared the new x as 10, it prints it. So that's basically quite simple. Now, multiple variable declaration. It's not by new lines, but one line. Let's say you had x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, z is equal to 3. There's a faster way. It's, it's like this. X comma y comma z is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. See what it does. X comma y comma z. This will just print them all. So you don't have to add new lines. So good. It printed it. So as you can see, what it has done is this. X comma y. So it sets these and 1 comma 2 comma 3. So first x is 1, y is 2, z is 3, and so on. If you add another number here or another variable here, it will return an error since it has nothing to identify to. Now, what are comments? So, here's the thing. They are normal sentences in code. Finally, something easy to understand. Okay. So, why are they used? Comments are generally used to make it easier to understand a program. It's like for newbies or rookies. Here's a simple demonstration. Hashtag, for those social media fans out there, hashtag hello. Nothing happens, but no, I'm just gonna a little bio about myself. My name is Huhalenti, and I am a good no, and I am in 7th grade. Do you think a computer would understand this? No, it's not a human or a robot that will take over the world, but yes. So as you can see, it actually ignores this whole line of code. So what after the hashtag, anything in that line is done. But if you do print hello, let's see what happens. We finish our variables, print hello. So it does this. So this is what the computer does. Okay, it's asking us to print hello, so let's print it. And then after it prints it says, hey, there's something else after it. It reads the first thing, hashtag. Oh, I hate hashtags. Let's just skip it. So, as you can see, the computer just skips the whole line of code. Except the stuff before it. So we can add anything. So let's just say if you're a newbie and I just said, this prints hello to the terminal. Nothing happens. So now let's just say I do print another hello. I do it, it doesn't work since the whole line is counted as none. There's also a way to do multi-line comments, but it's not really that good. It's called multi-line strings. These will be explained a bit later in another video. Okay, so this is it. Triple quotes, 2 lines, triple quotes, A. Nothing happens. Let's just do a little demonstration. Print. Hello. Print world. Hello world. So as you can see, it just skips this whole line of code. We can add more. ASD. Still nothing happens. So as you can see, there are multi-line comments, but I do not recommend it. They're counted as strings, multi-line strings. They take up your memory on your computer, but normal comments don't really do it. So I advise you to just use hashtags for the comments, even if it's a lot of lines. So the next one. Problem. So this is new. I've never really done a problem. Oops. I've never good. I've never really done a problem before. So please type it in the comments below the description. Okay. So it says to make a small program to print the name Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarz Arnold Schwarzenegger 10 times, but only write a name once in your code. So I may have written it difficult to understand, but if you don't understand it, I will explain it to you after in a few seconds. A few minutes, or I should say. So the solution will be explained in a few seconds. Seconds sound better. I am so sorry. Okay. I recommend you trying to attempt the problem first before looking at the solutions so you can see how well you've understand in this tutorial. If you find it out, great. If you want, you may look at my solution if you got it right to see if mine's easier if I did it in a different way. But I advise you to look at my solution. Okay, I'm gonna give you a few moments to pause the video. Happy New Year. Okay, so now the solution will be explained. If you didn't try it out, just try it out. If you don't know, I'm gonna explain it. So let's read it again. Make a small program to print this name 10 times, but only write the name once in your code. So we need to print it 10 times. Let's just do a basic demonstration about it. So what is the first thought that comes to your mind? Print. Yes, I'm too lazy. I'm gonna copy it. But let's say you never read this line. Let's say you never read this line of code. Let's say it wasn't there. So it says to print this name 10 times. But you never saw this line. Let's say you read it like this. So let's see. This is my first instinct. Print this, copy it. How many times? One, two, three, four. Oh, one more. This would be my first instinct, since it says to print it 10 times. Good, it printed, but it says to only write the name once in your code. How do we do it? Variables comes in. So I'm just gonna name a variable. Name is equal to oopsie. For those of you who don't know, this guy was a former governor of California. So name. As you can see, we already defined it here. So why define it here? We can just replace this with name. We can just replace this with name. We can do this for all of it, but I'm just gonna copy and paste. one, oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Had to count it. 4 to 13. 4 to 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's print it. Booyah! So as you can see, it works. So what did we do here? We assigned name to this name, and then we're printing it 10 times. We can use this variable as many times as we want. It is much better than writing this name over and over and over again. So, that's it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching and stay tuned. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe below. Yes, I did it right! Okay, thank you so much, and I hope you learned a lot from this video. If you need any feedback or suggestions to make my video better, please type it in the comments below. And also be sure to read my description for more info. Stay tuned and thank you so much.